If John McCain doesn't stop changing his position on the issues, he threatens to make John Kerry look like an amateur. In order for McCain to win in November, he has to appeal to both the traditional Republican base and to independents. Dana Milbank in the Washington Post says that's a delicate dance, and if McCain's not careful, quote, he's liable to break a hip, unquote. Of course, any doctor will tell you a broken hip can be very difficult to recover from. On Iraq, the economy, guns, and God, McCain is to the right. On immigration, campaign finance reform, and global warming, McCain is to the left, sort of reminiscent of John Kerry back in 2004. McCain went after Barack Obama yesterday for proposing a windfall profits tax on the oil companies. A month ago, McCain said he was willing to consider a windfall tax on the oil companies. What about offshore drilling? During his run for president in 2000, McCain was against it. Now he's for it, saying the states should decide if they want to drill for oil off their coastlines. This could cost him big time in states like California and Florida, which are very environmentally conscious. Then there are the Bush tax cuts. McCain was against them twice. Now he's for them. McCain has also called for the U.S. detention center at Guantanamo Bay to be closed down and torture banned. But last week he criticized the Supreme Court's ruling that detainees there should have access to U.S. courts, calling the Supreme Court decision one of the worst decisions in the history of this country. So here's the question. How clear is it where John McCain stands on the issues? Carl in California, depends on which issue, on which day, in front of which group, how much he remembers about it, and if Joe Lieberman is there to correct him. Rod in Chicago, I think the question ought to be who's the phonier of the two candidates. McCain released a new commercial claiming he'll be strong on environmental issues, and the next day he's urging we start drilling around the shores of the United States for oil. It's simply outrageous. What about the gas tax holiday proposal? We're starting to see John McCain win the gold medal in pandering. Tom in Huntington, New York, it's absolutely clear. He takes both sides of any issue. If you didn't like something he said, wait a day or two, he'll change his mind. The only problem with that is he'll change it back again a few days after that. Darlene in Philadelphia, hard to tell. I don't even think he knows. For instance, last month he was against offshore drilling. Yesterday, all for it. He respects and honors GIs, or so he says. I think he probably does. But he consistently votes against bills to help them. And by the way, what happened to the gas tax holiday? There it is again. He will tell the people what he thinks they want to hear. Fergie in South Carolina writes, 7 years ago, I supported John McCain here in South Carolina in the primary. Since then, he's kowtowed to the religious right in an effort to secure support from the ultra-conservative wing of the Republican Party. He will say anything in an effort to get elected, and I won't vote for him again. Beverly in New York writes, how can voters be clear on his issues when he himself isn't so sure? First, he's for the environment, but he wants offshore oil drilling. He hates war, but he wants U.S. presence in Iraq for 100 years. Bomb, bomb, bomb Iran. The man spins more than Linda Blair in The Exorcist.